Hei, jeg heter Rune Sørensen, jeg jobber her hos RUPES. Bak meg ser dere den ikoniske bygningen her i Milano, og nå skal dere få bli med meg inn, se hva vi gjør her inne. Bli med! I dag så skal vi snakke om polisher, puter og annet tilbehør fra RUPES, det vi kaller consumables. Det begynner å bli en ganske omfattende serie etter hvert. Vi har ulike serier med polisher, ulike serier med puter. Vi har noen nye tilbehørsprodukter, og til å hjelpe meg med det, så skal jeg få hjelp av vår kategorisjef på consumables, som Gabriele La Porta. Welcome, Gabriele.
Thank you, Rune, and hi everyone in Norway.
And thank you for taking off your time.
You're welcome. It's a great pleasure for me to be here and help to you and our customer to take the best advantages of our line of products. So I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah. As I already said, you are the category manager for all of these products. So I was going to let you talk a little bit about this different series of products that we have.
Yeah.
For the DA, we have the Uno, we have the Rotary, and you also have brought some of the new stuff. So I'd love to talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
But let's start with the DA. I think most of the viewers know the DA system, are familiar with that.
Okay, surely all of these customers that are looking here know very well the DIA course, the DIA Fine, that is maybe our much famous, the most famous line that we have. It's quite easy to understand what these compounds do in your job. The course is our most aggressive compound, especially developed for dual action tool, so both random orbital and gear driven. The DIA Fine is a medium compound with a good cutting capacity, but also with a very high level of finishing, with a superior level of finishing. So these two products combined are the first way to get very good results in the market.
Yeah. The famous yellow and the famous blue.
Use the blue, use the yellow.
Yes, you're right. Yeah. And this series was the one that was redesigned and brand new in 2020.
2020,
right?
Yeah, right.
Good. I think, hopefully, you all know the yellow and the blue. But you also have some other DA products here. Which,
yes, this is the Mille line. This was specifically developed for the gear-driven tool. So always a dual action, but different from the famous Bigfoot tool, our random orbital. Is always a DA compound, so developed for dual action. So you can both use it with the both tool. So it's okay. But this is especially for that kind of movement. That's why these two tools works in a different way, have different movement, so it is important the management of the temperature of the contact surface of the movement in order to get the best from each abrasive inside of these compounds in terms of cut and in terms of finish.
So you can use these a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you are going to have the absolutely best results.
If you have both tool,
the specific machine.
Each one for each tool. If you have only one movement tool, choose your preference. Maybe try all the two and choose your favorite, because we can give our advice, but then there are different surfaces, different kind of job, and also different expectation from the users. So
you're right.
You can choose whatever you want. Both works well, and both of these two lines have a premium abrasives inside, so we can guarantee very excellent results in both the situation.
Great. I know that in that Mille line there is a special. There's a special version.
There is a special
Tell me about the black line, because I don't think everybody knows about that.
The black line is a specific compound course for dual action developed for black carbon fiber. Is mostly the same, only the formulation is a little bit modified in order to do not create problems with the color pigment black, but also in order to create black powder. So in a black surface, it's a little bit helpful in specific situation where the surface is not maybe with there are some holes inside, so some white powder can create problem. This is black, so this can help in that specific case.
I tried it and it worked very well on the black car because
Yeah.
when you have stone chips, when you have driven 200,000
Right.
kilometers,
Yeah.
When you polish it, you will not have the white residues in the stone chips. It will leave
also
black
in the,
residues.
in
so
the
they are
in
not
the
visible.
rubber near the glass on the car.
of course,
so
yes,
also in that
also.
cases
Yeah.
this can
Good,
help.
good. So that's the black one, the black
Yeah.
middle black. But you can also use the black middle on the DA,
Yeah,
on the 15.
These
for
two line are
instance.
for dual action tool. So
Perfect. So you can use the black line on your random orbital polish.
Yeah.
Good, good. Let's go on with the Uno. I know that many has been quite familiar with those products. We've sold them quite some time.
Yeah.
We have 3 products here now,
Yeah.
and a little bit confusing, I must admit.
Okay.
Short version.
First of all, our Uno line is for all the 3 movements that we have. So these 3 products works perfectly on a random orbital, on gear driven, and on rotary tool. So from this point of view, you have a big versatility. The difference among these 3 products, the Uno Pure is our ultra finishing compound, so no protection. It's only to speed up the gloss, remove that small sanding, polishing scratches that maybe you can do, or you can have so very small refinishing scratches and defects. But is the last step of a detailer or of a high level of body shop, or for a customer that wants the most finishing possible.
show
So
shine.
this is only for gloss, to speed up the gloss, and be sure that at the end of your job the surface that you have worked is perfectly smooth and really shiny.
Great, great. So that was the Pure, an ultra-fine
polishing compound.
Good. Then we have the Protect and the Advanced.
These are 2 similar products as considering the job that they do, but totally different in performance and results.
Yeah.
The Protect is a very easy product that everyone can use because it's very easy, it's very comfortable. There is no way to make mistakes in application or in the articulation of the protection, so it's very easier to use, it's very comfortable, and this is a good second step. You can also consider as a second step after a course application. Instead of DFN, using this you can have some improvements in terms of time, giving a very good finishes. You have also a good cut because there is an abrasive.
Yeah.
There is inside an abrasive. That's why I told that this could be also considered as a second step. But there is also a protection. So there are some waxes inside that give you the same feeling of the protection. We measured that the duration of this protection is around 3 months. Obviously, it depends on the usage of the car.
3 months for the Protect, right?
For the product, yes.
So it's a perfect product if you're going to take care of used cars, for instance, which need instant gloss, remove some minor scratches, and have protection for about 3 months. It's a perfect product for that.
Yeah, perfect. Do it your customers. So also for in that situation, I think it's very easy to use.
And if I understood right, the main difference between the Protect and the Advanced is the lifetime, the durability of the protection.
Not only.
Not only.
Not
okay,
only.
so tell me.
Just another point about the Uno product. When you apply the Uno product, you have to leave on the surface for a little bit. Usually our device is at least 1 hour, half an hour. But also 1 day is not a problem, so it depends on time. And when you will going to remove it, the wipe off is very easy. That's why, also for this reason, I think that it's very easy to use. You can apply in the morning, remove on the afternoon, or if you are in a hurry, you can apply and then start from the point where you begin the application. So very, very versatile from this point of view.
Good. So that means that you can polish the complete car.
Yes.
And when you're finished polishing, you wipe
start
off.
from the same point when you started the tire,
Great.
more or less
Thanks.
half an hour.
Yeah,
so
then I
this
think
is
we understood.
divide.
Good, good.
The difference of the Unit Advanced, as we tell in the name, it's an advanced version of the Protect.
Yeah.
There is a new abrasive technology, so there is still inside an abrasive, a little bit thinner, but always effective in this work as a refinishing products. And there is also a high level of protection that is not made by waxes, but with the polymeric nanotechnology. Yeah. So a little bit complicated from our point of view.
But in the end, it gives a longer lifetime.
The lifetime is more or less 1 year.
Yeah.
Also in this case, it depends on the usage of the car. If you do,
yeah, of course,
50,000 kilometers each month, it will be less, obviously. Yep. But in the same time, the level of the gloss, the smoothness, the resistance to the water, it's very high. It's a very high level. So it's an advanced version. This is also a little bit difficult to use, despite the Protect, because you need to apply the right quantity, because you can have some haze during the application. So if you work with a huge quantity of compounds, you can have some trouble in the wipe off.
Okay, so don't use too much at a time.
It's not good for us, but use the right quantity. Use the right quantity.
I think
for
that's
this.
The most common user mistake is using too much
Use
product.
the right quantity. Do not oversaturate the pad in order to have the best performance you can have.
Okay.
Also, in this case, our device is to live on the surface for at least 1 hour, half an hour. But the difference with the Protect is that do not wait for more of 3 hours or 4 hours, and not much more, because then it became very strong to remove. This is why. This is because the nanoparticulation that there are inside. So when they become too strong and there are enough, there are too much, it's hard to remove. So be aware of this. This. But
it's all explained on the bottle.
It's on the tip of our success and on our website, and we always say in our trainings. So
Good. So these products, many of the viewers know because of the random orbital. But we have some products here as well, which I think not everybody knows about, because we do have our own series of products for rotary polishers.
Yeah.
Why do we have that? Why couldn't we just use the DA products?
First of all, the rotary is the history of the polishing. So everything started with the rotary tool, with rotary movement. And there are a lot of customers that are still in love with the rotary, also because it's a very important technique, very effective, that give very good results. I think that the main difference is the technique and the experience that you have with the tool. Random orbital is we can say also an easy way to polish, because it's easy. It's the tool that works for you, that help you. It's the progress, it's the technology that help the man to make this job. The rotary is the old way. That is always the best way. So,
for some,
for statistics, it's always the best way. So, if you have a good technique with and a good familiarity with the rotary tool, you will get very good result always, because because it's the most powerful in terms of cut. But also in terms of finishes, if you know how to manage the high temperature that the tool can generate during the polishing. So,
because there is a major difference between the temperature,
the way
between the DA and the rotary.
Yeah, exactly. So if you discover the secret of how to manage the temperature, you can really have very, very good results in terms of polishing and in terms of the surface. So that's why we maintain the rotary, and we are proud to maintain the rotary, and we always work in order to have always good products and good quality in rotary application.
Yeah, good. Speaking about that, we have some new products as well, but we can, as we have spoken about the polishes or the compounds, we can take a quick view of the pads as well, because they are not the same either between. We have DA pads and rotary pads, and we have wool in different versions.
Okay. These three versions are for DA application and the UNO application. So you can use in both situation. How to use it? It's quite easy. Blue coarse, yellow medium, white ultra finishing. So that's the main categorization that you can have. When you use the foam, fresh paint.
Fresh paint.
Fresh paint, soft paint, body shop in the when you have already finished to paint the car, wait just for a while, and then let's go with the foam in order to avoid any problem, damages, etc.
I think many people, especially when they start, new beginners and so on, also always starts with the foam pads.
Yes.
It's a very safe way of polishing.
It's a very safe way. Maybe you can waste a little bit much more time.
Yes, but if you're going to learn
go
this,
safe,
it's very safe.
Because the difference from the wool and the microfiber is the fiber of the pads.
Yeah.
So is the fiber that you have to manage during your application. The wool and the microfiber. The wool is always good. Medium paint, old paint, and also fresh paint, especially for the yellow, not the blue. The blue is the most aggressive, so keep aware of this.
Yeah, you should be a little bit careful, right?
You have to be careful. With the yellow, that is our medium wool pad, it's a very good, more or less is a similar performance of the blue foam. So you can use both. The yellow is a little bit effective in terms of cut. That's the main difference. The microfiber is especially developed for hard paint. So
like European cars.
German cars, or in case of detailing that works in car that was painted a lot of times ago. So maybe it's better for detailing market, or in case of body shop, maybe it's better use the yellow or the blue because or the white, sorry, because the blue is very, very hard in terms of cut. And I think that always I want to remark about the wool, the blue microfiber pads. The blue microfiber pads is not for the whole car.
It's not for the whole car.
Because it's a very hard pad. It's strong. It can cause vibration. The blue microfiber pads is a weapon in your head in order to fight with some specific condition.
I understand.
Very strong oxidation, very strong scratches.
Areas.
So in that specific area, with this one you can get the best result you can have, only considering the polishing. So before sanding, do a trial with this one. The whole car, the risk is that you will end your job very tired, and also to break the pad, because this pad rise up the temperature a lot.
Yeah,
so
I know.
In case you want to do the whole car with microfiber, use the yellow. In both situations, the yellow microfiber. In both situations, you can use with the Diacords, with the fine. It's softer, comfortable, and it has with the Diacords in combination with the blue, it has a very good cut power. So try also in this, but
that's
be aware of the blue.
Good tip.
Just a tip.
Yellow microfiber pad and with the blue Diacords. If you're going to do large surfaces, for instance, a whole car.
Yeah.
Good. I didn't know that. That was new to me as well. Thank you. Rotary foam pads, comparing to DA foam pads. Is it
Is the
shape or-
structure?
It's
Is
the
the structure of
So it's
the
not-
of the foam, the structure of the hole inside the foam. All our pads are made with an 0% structures.
Yeah.
These cells make the air circulation inside, so are useful for the managing of the temperature. So are different from the DA and the rotary because the management of the temperature of the tool is different. So with the rotary pads, you will have a bigger hole, a bigger cell, because this help you in the air circulation. So it maintains
temperature.
the elasticity of the polyurethane that make the foam.
Okay.
And also with the high temperature, the elasticity help the pad to return at the beginning shape. So this help you in this kind of job. The DA is specifically engineered for the DA, so the temperature is different. So it has a little bit much more of contact surface because the hole a little bit closed. So you compensate the cutting capacity with a different contact surface and also with a different capacity of the tool.
So in short, we can say that it's not only the foam, it's not only the shape of the foam, it's also the foam itself. Mainly the foam
the
itself,
structure
actually.
of the foam that is specially
because of the
started for
temperature again, as with the polishes.
Mostly is the air circulation that made everything.
Making me think we have a small guy here.
Yeah,
Which was not there.
this is
also for
this is
rotary.
a quite new product because it's not a new product in the market. It's the waffle pad. This is for rotary,
Yep.
obviously. Which is the difference? It's the surface that is not flat. Why? The same reason, the management of the temperature.
Yeah.
So in this way, there is much more air circulation, so this maintain fresh the pads and also wet the compound. So that's why we launched also this kind of line. And this is effective at the same, so you can use the flat version or the waffle version, obtaining the same, more or less the same result.
Okay.
So it's a matter of timing.
You
have a little bit,
decision.
you have a little bit less of contact surface, but maybe you can have an higher durability and also better finishes because the temperature is different. So this can also in terms of damage, this can help you.
But no idea to use waffle pads on DA machines.
No.
No.
There are some customers that do, but it's under their responsibility.
I've seen it.
This is always a matter of temperature. If you know how to manage the heat that you create with the tool, if you are expert enough to do it, you can do it by yourself. It's but you have always taken in mind that the temperature is I think that you have to work together and try to keep in your side, not as an enemy. So that's why you have to consider this.
2 more pads before we enter the news. We have the wool pads for the rotary, which looks way different from wool pads from the DA.
This is our cut and finish pad that has the same, a similar technology in development of our wool pads for DA. So there is a foam interface, there are a long pile of wool in order to have the foam, but specifically designed for the rotary, always for the same reason of the temperature. High level of cut and also a high level of finishes, considering that you are working with a coarse compound, with a coarse pads, with a rotary.
Yeah.
So
and in the rotary wool pads there are much longer piles as well because of the movement.
Yeah, because the movement, also because to increase the cutting power. So that's why. The wool on rotary is considered for a high cutting process. So.
Aggressive polishing.
And the twisted wool, that is a quite standard pad in the market. This is our version. When you use it in a very specific condition, very hard or very oxidated surfaces, or in a marine segment.
Yeah, I tried it on gel coat myself.
Gel coat, yes, because you really cut a lot. The finish is not the best you can have, but
it's a very aggressive.
If you work with this, it's not for the finishes. So that's why.
It's the first step.
Yeah. It's a very strong first step.
Good. Well, okay, the polishes and the pads. But we have recently added some new products as well. First of all, the Reveal, the yellow and the blue. Not brand new, but quite new. And why to use Reveal, and what's the difference?
There are different reasons to use our Reveal products. First of all, as you can see, our line is characterized by colors.
Yes,
so the blue is always strong, the yellow is always a medium.
Yes.
So also in this case, we have two different formulations. One that is solvent base, very strong, very aggressive. And one that is alcohol base, so quite gentle but always effective for the job that they have to do. When to use it? First of all, the main difference is the paint where you apply it. The yellow is you can use in all the surfaces, also fresh paints, without any risk of damages on the paint.
Body shops, for instance.
Yes. Especially body shop. The blue one is very aggressive. It's very aggressive. So do not use with fresh paint.
No,
because you have to take care to remove immediately. If some dots remain on the surface, you will find the defect. So in order to be sure about this, use the yellow in fresh paint. The main categorization is body shop and detailing, but you can use in both situations. Why? My opinion is this: the blue one is the perfect first step before sanding.
Before sanding?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Because it removes everything on the surface. Waxes, also residues. So spray a little bit on the surface before to start to sand, you will have a very smooth surface. There are some people that maybe use a sanding paper that then throw away and start really to sanding. In this way, you can have not a sanding disc. So using that situation. But generally, the purpose of this is to have to help on the polishing. So in order to remove all the filler contained inside the compounds.
Yes, of course. I also used it to remove residues from glue.
Yeah,
from blue, stickers and so on, which could be really hard to remove. That blue one removed
but the most important is that these are able to show your technique or your polishing technique. What does it mean? Can happen that you cover some small scratches, and after a few weeks the customer that you give the car in perfect condition came to you, there are some signs,
the scratches has come back.
Using this before to give the car, you immediately see if there is something that you have to pass again. So what to do? Use always in your polishing area in order to be sure that your polishing technique is perfect.
Yeah, and the sanding techniques
do not use after the protect or the advanced, because it means to remove the protection.
Yeah,
so
of course.
Only for cutting or yellow steps.
Good, good. Reveal, everybody. Blue, yellow.
Also at home.
But we have some brand new products as well.
Yes.
What is this?
I have open here.
You have one open.
This is one of the last product released by RUPES. Is a clay and is a wash and decontamination mitt. So there is one side in wool to wash a car, another side in clay to decontaminate the car. Why? The best way to polish a car is to have a very smooth, clean surface. So it's very important to remove all the contamination that you can have on your surface. And sometimes the shampoo is not enough. So you need some mechanical works to be sure that the surface is totally clean. This product is made for this job. So obviously before to polish you have to wash a car. So you have this side in order to wash your car. When the car is with the shampoo upside or with a spray, with a lubricant liquid, turn the meat and start to decontaminate the surface. In one process you can have both the process, so you can have much more time for polish and also an easy way to do this job.
So it's the intention with this product is to make the hand wash before the polishing more effective, because it's both the washing and the clay in one operation.
Yeah, but also because here in RUPES, we really strongly believe in education. This process of decontamination is very important to get the best results in polishing. Working in a best surface possible really help in the final result that you can have, and can make the difference from a detailer or a body shop despite another one. So working with the right steps, doing the right process, using the right system really can help your job and the growth of your job. So that's why we now are working also in the contamination. My idea is that this is only the first step that we are doing in this kind of system. We worked in compounds, pads, reveal degreaser in order to check. This is the first step, and this is the other one, because there is another new product in this same cycle.
So, great news. We save time and money.
And money, two in one, because usually these meat are made only from one side with the meat, and this side is a fiber that no one uses. So we thought, why you have not to use? We can do, but we tried.
We wash and clay.
Yeah, it's
all
also
in one.
Easy to turn.
Yeah,
So.
very nice, very easy. Good. Which leads us to the lamp, the new light.
Well, this is a quite easy light, but it's very important the job that this light can do in your daily job. The best way to see scratches or defects is to have the right light, the correct light. Usually people think that is the sun, and it's true. The color of the light of the sun is the perfect way to see the scratches, holograms, so all that kind of defects that you can have on a car surface or generally on each surface. That's why we developed this tool. We already have one in our range.
Yeah, I guess many other viewers already know the old one, the LL150.
We made some upgrades in terms of technology. First of all, there is a rechargeable battery. The previous one was with the alkaline battery.
So this is rechargeable.
So inside there is the cable, and the lifetime of the battery is around 5 hours.
Okay,
so
which is more than enough.
One day it's okay, because you do not stay all the day with the light on. So the charging time is around 2 hours and a half. So in the evening you can put in charge, and the day before you have always ready for your job. But the important thing is that there are 4 Kelvin, that is the color temperature, that is in the middle of the range, near to the Kelvin of the sunlight. So it can reproduce, it's not the sun, but it can reproduce the same similar condition.
The heat is the sunlight,
and a LED of 240 lumen in order to have a huge flux of lumen. So the surface that you can light is quite big. So the perfect way to use is this one because it has to reflect on upside the surface, putting evidence the defect. But you can always zoom in order to go in the detail if you have some doubles. So there is this double function as this double
yeah, we have the wide and the zoom, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, I see there's a
as
lot
you
of
can see, there are
scratches
some scratches in this surface. We need to polish this.
Yeah, we need to polish the table. And it also comes in a very nice box.
There is also a nice box, so that's why we are working with workers, people that works every day in different conditions. So considering the importance that we give to these products, we think that have a good case, resistant in the inside of the body shop or the place to work of our customer, can help on the maintaining of the tool, also considering the prices. So we thought that these products is important and have to give the correct evidence, also in terms of packaging. So that's why we decided to adopt this resistant and customized box.
Good, looks very good and feels very good as well. It's
quite strong.
Yeah, strong. That's good. One last thing we need to speak about is this one.
Okay, this
is the last one.
This has three applications.
Yeah.
The first of all, the most important in my opinion, is to clean the pad. Guys, clean the pad frequently is the most important things that you can do for your income, because the good maintenance of pads help really affect the life cycle of the pads. So clean always the pad, blow always with compressed air the pads in order to be always the pad clean, and because you remove material. If this material remains inside the pads will easily saturate. So blow always in order to get the best results from your pads. How to use it? It's quite easy.
Brush off.
Yes.
And you also have the other side.
The other side is to correctly prime the pads. So put the pad, especially for fiber pads that have to be really wet to work in the best way, so you can use in this way.
Yeah, good.
And another thing that you can do is to remove the pads.
Yes.
So you have the tool, the pads. This can prevent damages on the foam, because
this is
can happen.
This is really smart.
Can happen that the pad is hot, and maybe the structure of the foam is still in movement due to the temperature. So if you remove from the foam, the risk to make scratches inside the foam is very high. So using this, you can be always sure that the foam is safe. So you can remove without problem for the Velcro, also for the Velcro that is inside. So this is a good tip that can help also in this case the lifetime of your pads, that they cost money. So this can help your business.
Yeah. So this glow pad tool, it's not new, but it's extremely effective. Everybody
it's very
should
smart.
have at least one. It's very smart. It's very smart. Okay, Gabriele.
Okay, Rune.
I think we are through the whole series of both polishes and pads and everything. So I just wish to thank you
you're welcome.
For sharing this time with us.
No problem.
I hope to do another video with you.
With the new products.
Because new products are appearing all the time. That's the exciting part of working at RUPES.
The best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come. So, thank you, Gabriele.
Thank you, and hello everyone in Norway.
Tusen takk til alle dere som har sett på. Jeg håper dette var nyttig. Har dere mer spørsmål om disse produktene, send oss en melding, legg igjen en kommentar i feltet under, og vi svarer så godt vi kan. Vi lager flere filmer, så følg med her. Her er det mye nyttig info å finne. Takk for nå.